This video was brought to you by Elgato Gaming. If you want to step up your production quality, be it capture card, lighting, a professional face cam, or a stream deck to control your streams, then check out the link in the description. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well, and today we're going to be discussing the idea of Call of Duty 2020 being a reboot of the Black Ops franchise. We're midway into June now, and we still don't know anything officially of this year's game, but there has been quite a few leaks over the past few weeks, which can give us a few pointers into what sort of game this is going to be. Now, based on current gaming trends and the history of the Black Ops franchise, there's a strong possibility that it could be a reboot, so to speak. So let's discuss why I think that and why I reckon this could be the best thing for the next Black Ops game. And just so we're clear, none of this is based on insider information or knowledge whatsoever. It's just speculation and my own thoughts. But if you want to be kept up to date on when we do get official COD 2020 news, be sure to subscribe if you're new and click the like button while you're at it. Let's go on to my first point on why Call of Duty 2020 could be a reboot, and that is all to do with a recent piece of leaked artwork. I'm sure all of you know that somehow multiple alpha builds of COD 2020 were leaked on PlayStation Network, and people were able to download these builds onto their computer and look through these files. Honestly, it's one of the biggest Call of Duty leaks I've ever seen. But one positive is these builds have such high security that no one can actually access the files within these builds. But what was discovered was a piece of art, which is the loading image when you boot up the game. Now, for copyright reasons, I can't show you the actual image from the alpha. What you're seeing on screen is 99.9% exactly how this looks, recreated by Ink Slasher. And the most shocking thing is the fact that the logo reveal shows the game is called Call of Duty Black Ops. It's not Black Ops Cold War or Call of Duty Cold War or Call of Duty Vietnam, simply Black Ops. So this all but confirms that the name, at least at the moment, seems to be Call of Duty Black Ops, which would obviously indicate that it's a reboot of the Black Ops franchise, since the first one was called the exact same thing. And this is something which happened again last year with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's a reboot of the Modern Warfare franchise and was simply called COD Modern Warfare. Activision could easily go down the exact same route of rebooting the Black Ops franchise and calling it simply that, because it works so well with Modern Warfare. Looking deeper into this artwork, since it actually came from the files of the game, which is absolutely absurd to say, there are a lot of running themes that link up to the original Black Ops 1. You've got documents which are on the CIA website. Take the bottom left document, for example. That was on the original artwork leaked from the game, but you can also find it's a real thing that exists on the CIA website. On the top right, you can see it's written to a CIA agent called Turner, and in the terminal on Black Ops 1, there is actually an agent called Jay Turner. You can see this as a funny coincidence, but Treyarch just doesn't do those. And coincidentally, the document is to be reviewed in the year 2020, and it's the year 2020. And another document on the leaked artwork links to a letter sent to the Department of Defense in 1977 for experimentation programs conducted by the Department of Defense that had CIA sponsorship and involved human subjects of drugs intended for mind control or behavior modification purposes, which is exactly what happened to Mason in the campaign. Now, the real mystery is how old is this image that was leaked in the alpha build? Because if it's recent, then that means that this game really could be a Black Ops reboot. But at the end of the day, we just can't pinpoint exactly how old the image is. And when this image leaked, Charlie Intel did say, although the image says Black Ops per Eurogamer and other sources, the game is still rumored to be called Black Ops Cold War. So could it be a reboot but just not called Black Ops 1 to stop the confusion? There's definitely some leeway for that. But my next point is that at this point, we are 4 Black Ops games in, technically 5 counting World at War, and the Black Ops franchise feels not only a little fatigued, but also that it suffers from a identity problem. Going back to the point of Modern Warfare being a reboot, it's not just Call of Duty that have had recent reboots with huge success. We've had God of War that did it expertly in 2018. We had Doom in 2016, Wolfenstein, Tomb Raider. Activision certainly took a gamble last year with Modern Warfare being a reboot with incredible success. Black Ops is just as beloved as Modern Warfare, and now that it's been rebooted, it appeals to the old and new generation. And the same thing could happen with Black Ops, and I think it would absolutely be the right call. Firstly, the idea of the game being a reboot could bring with it a fresh slate, a chance to start again and get back to the core of what makes Black Ops games great and unique amongst Modern Warfare and the other sub-franchises franchises. Black Ops 4, the last iteration, was incredibly divisive amongst the community. Some fans loved the fact that they changed it up, especially in the zombies department, and multiplayer scaled it back from Black Ops 3 to be a less futuristic grounded game, still felt like a modern Black Ops game. A more tactical, lethal, and thoughtful approach to gameplay with specialists and the awesome Blackout Battle Royale mode, but a lot of others felt it lacked elements of a classic true Black Ops game, the lack of any familiar characters in a campaign mode. Others just didn't like its art style or gameplay approach in comparison to Black Ops 3. There were a lot of moments in Black Ops 4's life which left a sour taste in people's mouths, especially with that initial launch month for zombies, and first impressions are everything in the gaming space. So the last experience or memory of a Black Ops game may be a bad one, so rebooting the franchise and getting back to what a classic Black Ops game feels like through marketing and gameplay could potentially get those that lost interest to take a peek over the fence, which I'm sure a lot of people did for Modern Warfare and are now big fans of the game. Another very good point is that Black Ops is 10 years old this year, and we know from all of the rumors on what this game's going to be called, and even recently Vonderhaar changing his LinkedIn profile to say that he is currently working on the Black Ops franchise, it's undeniable that the game is going to be Black Ops themed. And what better way to celebrate the 10 years of Black Ops than go back to what made it so damn good to begin with the original. A few weeks ago, Treyarch released a trailer to celebrate the 10 years of Black Ops history and had a bit of social marketing around it with Activision as well to celebrate the 10-year history. And the trailer they released for that was really cool. It was brand new, never seen before, with cuts from the first game, but there was certain dialogue moments which were re-recorded just for that trailer rather than they used the exact sound files from the original game. There's moments where you see Hudson talking and the lines that are being said in the trailer aren't what he said in that moment in game, and the voice is different to the original actor. Seeing this trailer made for the 10-year history and then looking back at the original reveal trailer, the themes and tones are kept the same, and first impressions are everything for lots of people in the gaming space these days. Just seeing the interrogation room and all that familiarity again, it's the sort of thing that people love so fondly, the familiarity and nostalgia of when you see imagery and sounds like this. The marketing throughout all of Black Ops and even Black Ops 2 was done so well. Each trailer brought with it a new tease. It got you excited for what was coming up next. Like the marketing for zombies alone in Black Ops 1 was so exciting and thrilling. It could be a video in its own right, so if you want to see that, let me know. But it was so creative that even Treyarch developers were leaving briefcases for certain people to discover, which contained USBs with trailers, cipher messages that they needed to break down. It was marketing that simply no other video game had crossed before. From my own experience, it was magic. And revisiting that style of marketing for a reboot could be a huge hit, and it could get back those players who perhaps left the Black Ops franchise in Black Ops 3 and 4 and get them interested again. As time goes on with Modern Warfare, with the updates, the Warzone changes, we're getting a lot of the old school Modern Warfare stuff being reintroduced, maps from the original COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. So it's really becoming a game that has every good part of every Modern Warfare game into a new modern version. And I could easily see Modern Warfare have at least another year of life with new updates and new maps and features which are all being introduced from the old games, and I feel like a Black Ops reboot could be the exact same scenario here. Modern Warfare could be the mainline Call of Duty game for the Modern Warfare series, but then we're going to have Black Ops as the main for that time period, and obviously it's been heavily rumored we're going to be going into the Cold War, so we could see that as one setting. Vietnam could be another setting. We already know from Season 4 that Warzone directly is involved with the Cold War, so they're already tying links to this year's Black Ops game, and the original was also focused on the Cold War. If you ask a lot of Call of Duty fans their best COD games, they would definitely put Black Ops 1 up there in their top 3, whether it's for the campaign, which is the best, the multiplayer, or the zombies. To me personally, if I saw a reboot of the Black Ops franchise just called Black Ops, I would snap it up in a heartbeat, and aside from Modern Warfare, Black Ops is the most recognized Call of Duty franchise, and I think from a business side of things, it does make a lot of sense. It's all going on the brand of Black Ops. And in terms of what I mentioned earlier with the marketing and the hype for something like this, I think there's a huge opportunity for a reboot to hark back to how Treyarch and Activision handled things with Black Ops 1 marketing and Black Ops 2 marketing back in 2011, 2012, even 2010, where people remember this stuff so fondly that it just made you feel a certain way. And I still get that every year with the reveal trailers for Call of Duty, but especially when there's zombies, there's just a certain feeling you get, which is just magic. And that's what Black Ops has. I want that feeling again, but in a new Black Ops game, updated and evolved. Either way, I want to know what you guys think down below in the comments. Does the Black Ops franchise need a reboot though, or does it need to change things up and shift gears drastically to make itself different to Modern Warfare, but also not like Black Ops 4? What I will say for certain though is we need to see some familiarity from the Black Ops universe. We need to see Sergeant Frank Woods again. We need to see Alex Mason. We just need to see Treyarch go back to that cryptic, amazing era that was Black Ops 1. Big thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like rating. If you didn't, let me know down below, or leave a dislike and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.